Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Glam By Sam. For today's video, I have another new makeup releases Will I Buy It video for you, which is a series inspired by Samantha March, where I like to go over some of the new makeup releases and basically tell you whether I will buy it or I'm not going to buy it. And this time we have some really fun makeup releases again, so if you want to see these makeup releases and what I think of them, then please keep watching. So as I always like to do in these videos, I just moved to the side so I can insert all the photos right here, and the photos I'm going to be showing you are from Trend Mood. I will have her Instagram linked in the description box, but the first release I want to talk about is again something I'm really excited about, and I know this is a really unpopular opinion because I know a lot of people are not excited about this, but this is actually the new Too Faced Holiday Palette. And this year they released the Cinnamon Swirl palette. Now last year we of course had the Pumpkin Spice palette, the year before we had the Gingerbread Extra Spice, and I know the year before that we had the regular gingerbread palette. Now why a lot of people on Instagram I've seen are not excited about this release is because they think it looks super similar to the palettes from the previous years, and I definitely have to agree, it is a very similar palette. Looking at this, I would believe it is the gingerbread palette if I didn't know it was a new one, if I would just look at it quickly, but I love my gingerbread palette a lot. I actually hit pan on that, and if I hit pan in a palette, I must really like it because again I have a lot of palettes and I don't get a lot of use out of each palette that I have because I have so many. So when I get a lot of use out of a palette, I must really like it and therefore reach for it a lot, and that was definitely the case with my gingerbread palette. I really enjoyed that palette so much. It is definitely a bit older, so it's expired, and it's just a bit drier than it normally was, but I am using my Too Faced Pumpkin Spice a lot. I didn't get the extra spicy gingerbread palette because at the time I was still using my gingerbread, so I didn't see the need to like buy a new one. But now that I'm looking at this one, I feel like it really reminds me of that gingerbread palette. And I really want a new fresh gingerbread palette for my collection, but they don't make it anymore. So looking at this, I think this would be a really nice replacement for the gingerbread palette. I still want to keep that palette in my collection just for like memories and everything. Now what I am curious about is how similar this is going to be to the Pumpkin Spice. I actually don't think it's going to be too similar looking at this, but I really have to see like real life photos and not just these promo photos because I can't really see the shades that well, so I really want to watch a review on this. But looking at this right now, I think I'm definitely going to be picking this up because I really enjoy the Too Faced holiday palettes, and I don't care what anyone says, I just think they're adorable. I don't mind that it looks like my gingerbread palette because then again it can be a nice replacement, and the cinnamon swirl, like that's such a cute theme. If this is going to smell like cinnamon, that's going to be so nice. It says it smells like freshly baked cinnamon rolls. Like, that sounds so nice. I really need this palette, so I think I'm definitely going to pick this up. They also released a liquid lipstick in this same collection, so it also smells like a cinnamon bun, and this is one of their melted matte lipsticks. Now I have never bought these in the past. I've never tried a Too Faced matte lipstick, so I'm not sure if I will like these, but I have heard a lot of people say that they actually want to pick up the lipstick, so I wonder if the quality is really good. I'm not really into liquid lipsticks anymore, but I want to expand my lip collection a little bit, so maybe if it's on sale I might pick it up, but I really need to see the shade, and then also if it's going to be too drying, I don't think I will pick it up because I don't like liquid lipsticks that are like too drying, so I'm not sure about that one yet, but I really want the palette. It's adorable. Then Colourpop just announced another collection. You guys, Colourpop is releasing so much again, I can't keep up with it. I'm not really into Colourpop anymore as I used to be. I still like them, but I haven't bought for them in quite a long time because Colourpop releases so much. Like, before it even gets here to the Netherlands, they probably have released like 3 other collections that I maybe want more than the one I actually ordered. So I'm always scared to order because I don't know, maybe there's going to be a collection I need more than the one I actually ordered. So I haven't ordered from them in quite a long time, but they actually released another Disney collab, which is the Colourpop and Tinkerbell collection. Now Tinkerbell is of course from Peter Pan if you didn't know, and they released a pretty big collection. Looks like there's going to be a 9-pin eyeshadow palette, a cream gel pencils, a trio of Super Shock shadows, 3 Super Shock cheeks, and then 2 glossy lip stains. I don't think I will be picking up something from this collection right away, and that is mainly because, I don't know, I love Disney, but I've just never been that big of a fan of Tinkerbell. I haven't been that big of a fan of the Peter Pan movie, like in general. It was never like a movie I like grew up with or anything. I never used to watch it a lot. And also the designs on the palette, I'm just not the biggest fan of. That being said, the palette itself looks really pretty. I think it's a nice palette. I also think it fits the theme and everything. So if I might pick up something from this collection eventually, it may be like the glossy lip stain, because I have been wanting to try that formula for quite a while now, or the eyeshadow palette, but I'm definitely not going to place an order right away. With eventually, I mean like maybe when there's like another big sale, or maybe around Black Friday, I might add something to the cart if I'm ordering anyways, but I'm not going to make a separate order for this collection, because that for me wouldn't be worth it. It's not a collection I'm like super excited about, but I may pick it up in the future. So this is definitely a collection I'm like kind of on the fence about. I'm not sure whether to like it or to dislike it, so I'm just going to leave it for now, and then maybe I will buy something from it in the future, but again, I have to see. And then MAC released a collection that I saw a lot of people were excited about. This is the MAC Tempting Fate collection. This includes an eyeshadow palette, lipstick, eye pencils, and then the face glazes, and then I think also like a Fix Plus. I won't be buying anything from this collection. I know that straight away. MAC really doesn't excite me a lot anymore. I'm not really into their brand. The lipsticks, they swatch really pretty, but they definitely don't look like shades that I really need. But the eyeshadow palette swatch is pretty, but I'm just not a big fan of the theme of this collection. It looks very fall appropriate, sort of like dark and grungy in my opinion, with like gold accents. So if you like that kind of vibe, you might definitely like this palette. But this just doesn't excite me. I don't know why. Maybe it's like too grungy. I rather buy something that's like pink and girly and everything. So maybe that's why I'm not really into this anymore. But I actually saw a lot of people were excited about this collection, which I was kind of surprised to see, because I know not everyone has been excited about MAC cosmetics recently. I don't know. They're just not exciting anymore in my opinion, so they really need to release something super cool if I'm going to buy from them. Then we have another naked palette by Urban Decay. I think you guys have seen this by now, but I still want to mention it. And this is the Urban Decay Naked Cyber palette. Now, Urban Decay is taking it every direction with this naked palette. We have like true naked neutral eyeshadow palettes, and then we had like the honey palette, which in my opinion wasn't really a naked palette anymore. They just sort of called it like Urban Decay Honey palette. That would have made more sense. And now they have a like pastel sort of like duochrome palette, which looks pretty, but again, this is not like a naked palette in my opinion. So I don't know why they're sticking to the naked theme. Maybe just call it like Urban Decay Cyber palette. I don't get why everything has to be named naked, probably for the marketing and everything. But that being said, I think this palette looks pretty cool. I definitely don't really like the outer packaging. I do like the like holographic kind of colors, but I'm not a big fan of like the cyber theme, if that makes sense. But the shades look pretty cool. However, this is not going to be a color story that I would reach for a lot. Looking at the swatches, they kind of look like indie brand shadows, which is definitely exciting. It's not something we have seen from Urban Decay in the past, if I'm correct, but I know when the picture of just the palette was going around on Instagram, a lot of people were hating it and thought it was going to be not inclusive to skin tones and everything. But once those swatches were released, a lot of people were like wishing they released the swatches at first, because now they kind of still want it. So that being said, I definitely think the swatches do this palette more justice than the promo photos. But I still don't think I will be picking this up. I really don't need this palette in my collection. But it looks like a pretty palette, so if you're into like pastels or like duochromes, then you might enjoy this one. For me, I'm probably not going to get a lot of use out of it. But I just wish Urban Decay would do like a different collection than every time a naked palette that's simply not a naked palette anymore. Something that I may be excited about is the new concealer by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So this is the Magic Touch Concealer, and I feel like Anastasia Beverly Hills also hasn't been the most exciting brand recently, but I love that they're releasing a concealer, because I don't think they have released a concealer, and I'm actually looking for a new concealer. So I'm really going to watch reviews on this and see what people think about it, and I really wonder if it's going to be any good. I haven't heard too much about Anastasia complexion products. I usually hear people talk about the brow products or the eyeshadow palettes, but never really a lot about the complexion products. I'm definitely curious to see how this concealer is going to perform. So let me know if you have tried this, what it looks like, and if it looks pretty, because I'm actually curious to see what it looks like, because it says a creamy formula corrects, brightens, blurs, and conceals while leaving a natural soft focus finish. So that sounds really exciting. So I'm really curious to see the reviews on this before I'm going to be picking it up. Then Colourpop actually released mystery boxes. I'm not sure if these are still available, but if they are, I will have them linked in the description box because I actually really like this. So Colourpop released 3 mystery boxes. There is a mega mystery box for $89 with a $200.50 full value. There is a Colourpop confidential box for $49 with 102 full value. And then there is a secret stash mystery box with a 61 full value. Now, I actually really like this idea, and I wish Colourpop would have done more mystery box in the past when I was actually ordering from them more frequently, because I was really looking to expand my Colourpop collection, and this would have been a really nice way. So I really like this. However, I'm not going to be picking this up simply because I took a look at their sale section, and I think a lot of products are going to be from that section, and I wasn't too excited by the products in there, so I'm not going to be ordering this just to have more products in my collection that I don't even want. But I saw like some Animal Crossing quads in these boxes, which I love my Animal Crossing quad, so that could be fun. Don't have the money to spend on this right now, including like shipping and taxes and everything, if I don't end up liking the product. So that's kind of like the issue. I don't want to pay $29 plus shipping plus taxes for products I might not even want. So I don't know, I need to watch unboxings on this, because if they are still available and the unboxings look cool, then I might pick one up. But I saw one unboxing, I think by Leah Janae, and there were definitely some products in there that I wasn't like too excited about, so that's why I didn't end up placing an order. I will have our video linked down below if this box is still available, so you can take a look and see what is in there. But again, nice idea, Colourpop. I like that they are now doing this, but I'm not going to be picking up right away. I hope they will do another like mystery box around Christmas time. That would be very fun. So you can get like gifts and everything. And then of course Charlotte Tilbury released her new Super Nudes collection. I don't know if I mentioned this in my last video, but this is now finally available. So there is a Glowgasm face palette in the shade Nudegasm. There is the Super Nudes Easy Eye palette, which was actually released for the holidays of last year, and this is just a re-release in different packaging. And then there was going to be, I think, 5 lipstick, including one in the Kissing formula. And there's going to be an eyeliner duo. Now, I was really excited about this collection when I saw it first released. I saw the promo photos, I thought it looked super pretty. I have been wanting that Glowgasm palette, but that one is discontinued, so I love that there's now a different version of that. But that being said, when I took a closer look at like the photos of the palette, I'm talking about the Nudegasm palette right now, I don't know, it just looks a little ashy, and I think that bottom left shade will definitely be too dark for me. That right shade might be good. I heard from people say that this is really like a contour palette, so I like contouring, so I might like it. Something that's holding me back is the blush shade. I'm just not too much into peachy blushes. If this would have been like a more bright pink blush, I think I would have picked this up, but because of the blush and that bottom left shade, I'm just hesitant whether I want to pick this up, and it is really expensive, so I feel like if I am going to pick it up, I need to really want it. So I am going to be watching a lot of reviews the past couple of days and weeks to see if I really want this, and if those reviews end up convincing me, then I might pick it up, but right now I'm not going to because it doesn't excite me too much yet. But something that does excite me are the lipsticks, and there's 2 lipsticks I've seen photos of that really excite me. And that is the Cover Star lipstick, and then also the one in the Kissing formula. I'm not entirely sure right now what that one is called, but the Kissing formula I want to try because I want to try more of the Kissing formula. I have my JK Magic lipstick, which I really like, so I want to add a new lipstick in that same formula. And then the Cover Star I actually thought looked pretty ugly when I saw someone swatch it, but then I've seen people wearing it and it actually looks really gorgeous. So it looks like a really pretty nude everyday like lipstick. I am going to be taking a closer look at those two lipsticks, and I might add them to my collection because they look really pretty and I want more lipsticks in my collection. Okay guys, and this was it for the new makeup releases will I buy it video. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this and find it interesting to see which new makeup releases were announced and what I think of it. Definitely let me know which makeup release from this video you are most excited about or which one you are the least excited about. I would love to know your thoughts as well. I also wanted to say that if you did enjoy this video, then I would absolutely love it if you gave it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my videos. All of these things would help me so much with my channel and I'd really appreciate it. But with that said, I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. I really hope you have an amazing day and I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye!